Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals, and I am here today to memory plan the week of the 6th of January in my Erin Condren neutral vertical life planner. We are into the new layout. This is the kit I'm using. It's the leftovers of Periwinkle by Plannerface. Here are my usual pulled out pre-planned stickers, then again as usual overlays from my shop to be paired with. There. So the kit is from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so Tilly10 will save you money there, and if you mention me you get an extra freebie, but I do get a discount for promoting her stickers. I have these washies from Simply Gilded, and yeah, so we are in the new layout vertical. As you can see, I was testing out my sidebar before I get this ready. So this coil looks massive because I've taken out, this is an 18-month coil with 12 months on it, so the coil looks massive right now, but it will bulk up quickly. So here is the week we are planning, and let's just get straight on with it. Okay, so I actually recorded this as a talk through, but it was awful. I was prepping for nights at this point. I mean, I'm still actually prepping for nights, but it's like during the day now, so it's a normal time to be awake now. And I just was talking a load of rubbish and it made no sense, so I've just sped it up and voice-overed it, and I hope you guys don't mind. It does mean that you get to see things a little bit like better in some ways, because it's like the sped up bits aren't as sped up, so they're only like sped up. This is like 4 times sped up, most of it, except the writing, which is more sped up. Whereas normally when I speed up bits it's like 15 times or 8 times, so yeah. So I'm just starting with my sidebar. I've made these hexagon day cover-ups, and they just go right over the top where the hexagon is, and then yeah, I really like how it works. So I've then got my best bits header, which is from my shop. I don't know why I'm telling you where things are from because I'm going to go through it at the end. Then I've got my like main focus for the week or whatever, my currently, and then I spend some time trying to work out what is missing. Why do I have so much space? It's a full box, Tilly. That's what I haven't put in. So just going to Tipp-Ex out to pop the full box in. And I actually really like the full box in at the bottom. I think this sidebar works really well in this new layout of planner. Next I'm going to faff with the bottom washi forever, and I'm just showing you that it's the first time I'm going to use a split bottom washi, and I'm trying to work out how it best fits, and I eventually work it out, but it does take me some time, so you're going to watch me struggle for a hot minute. So if you pull that one like right down to near the bottom, and then the other one will fit just sort of lined up with that bottom line, and then I think it fits really nicely, so that's what we do. But I'm just going to shift things around because it didn't quite fit how I wanted it to, so shifting things around, re-Tipp-Exing out, and we'll eventually get there. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, and I'm using this, I think it's the candy cane, and it looks a bit odd at this point, the purpley colour of it, but it does actually work really well in the end. Struggling with the giant coil there to cut really near the coil, so whoops, so just Tipp-Exing out here. I mean, you would have thought from the amount of planner videos I watch I'd have worked out how people do this, but I hadn't, and I need to work out my own methods, and then I'll get there, I'm sure. But it just so happens like the week before and the week after, the kits that I've not going to film because I filmed the pre-planning had both used like solid bottom washi, so I hadn't had to work it out already, but oh well. I'm going to try and keep up a little bit more in my memory planner this year, but we'll see, because I mean, I'm not doing too well. Next I'm going to put the deco along the top because I use the date covers in my pre-planning, which I quite often do these days. I needed to use deco, so I actually really like how this turns out because I put the deco around the Jan 2020 as well, and I think it just pulls all together and makes it look a bit more cohesive, and actually I really like how this came out. So yeah, I do use all but 2 pieces of deco I think eventually. I like this deco, it's nice, and it's got like nice lots of small bits which are so much easier to do this design with. So that's the basis of the kit pretty much, other than the glitter headers. So I'm going to alternate in the main spread between the bright green and the bright blue headers, and just ignore the pinky, salmony, pale pinky, I don't know what colour that is, that one. So yeah, just popping those down along the top, and then we will move on to the day by day. And I think I fold my planner in half rather than like this because the coil is so giant, so it makes it feel less giant. So we're going to start on the Monday. This is a Monday start planner, Tilly. And I'm going to pop that little bralette in the bottom. You can probably guess what it's for, but we don't really need to specify. Then I'm going to put in that I was planning in front of the TV. I'm now debating whether I can fit a full box in, and I decide I'm just going to put it in now, trying to work out where to layer it with the sort of new layout, and eventually I go with there. Underneath that I'm going to mark my yoga, and then I'm going to mark in work. I'm going to put a little phone over a little thing to mark that work was really busy, and that I did lots of clarkings. Then I'm going to put this trefoil in for a meeting we had about planning ranges, and then last but not least I'm going to put the Colourful & Co dinosaur, which are hand drawn by Beth, to mark that I was feeling super productive, and a little bit of text. So that is Monday. I am actually about to move everything around. This is what I mean about it being like all over the place. So you've already seen me rearrange that once. Now we're going to peel everything up except like the planning time and the bralette that I've just put back in, so that we can squidge a little bit more space for the text, because I didn't feel like it had enough space. And then we will finally get that, so just Xing out that line so that it's not as obvious. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop it in my 2 hot checklist for my little like scripty texty bit. Good. The other days do not take as long, I promise. So Tuesday, I'm starting with my yoga. I was doing my yoga with Adrian 30-day challenge. I am still trying to do yoga at least most mornings, if not every morning. The plan is to do 3 days a week weights and 4 days a week yoga, but I've not worked out my weights routine yet. The computer is for working on my portfolio, then I'm marking work, and that I led a CPA that day, which is like our meetings at work. Then wrapped some gifts, went to guides, and then I'm going to pop my text in about guides. Underneath I'm going to mark that my uncle came round to see my granny, and that we watched some TV, and I did my shop schedule for the first 3 months of the year. On Wednesday we're going to start off again with yoga, and then I don't remember what that's for. Oh, I just marking that I was absolutely exhausted that day. Then I filmed a bit of my haul, I think it was. Then I put in this book, which was meant to be for teaching, but I actually write it in the wrong way around. So I write that my boyfriend's exam was on that day. It wasn't. It was the next day. That was meant to be that it was teaching on Wednesday. I've jumped to the bottom now to pop in the counting of some guide money, which I think was from backpacking just before Christmas. Then editing, helped mum cook dinner that day, and then just marking in work. And I'm putting the text there thinking that is about my boyfriend's exam, and that's in fact what I write that space, but that was not what it was meant to be about at all. So next I'm trying to work out what to do with Thursday and my 4 boxes, because I still have 3 full boxes left at this point, and I'm like, oh, how do I fit all of these 4 boxes on? And this is just me debating how to make things work. I think in the end I put a 4 box at the bottom of Thursday, then use this half box day extender, which I will move it in a second, and then we're going to move it again in another second, because I realise I want the 4 box at the bottom. Gonna get there eventually. So this is when I really should have noticed that it was my boyfriend's exam that day, because we went on a date night after his exam to sort of celebrate after his exam was finished, but nope, didn't. So that's what that box is for, and the underneath text is just to be cute about our date, and like we were talking about the future, and it was really like lovely. So yeah, then I'm just going to mark that I was feeling really crappy, then that is actually going to be to mark my boyfriend's exam, but I wrote in that it was teaching. I could have fixed it with Tipex, but I didn't. Then I've jumped back up to the top to mark in yoga, and then I'm pulling in this to mark work. I ended up with slightly too much space on that day after putting the day extender in, but oh well. Yeah, I feel like I either have too much space or too little. It's never right. Friday, I don't think I put a 4 box in, and I just use the day as is, I think. Who knows? So start off by marking yoga. Oh no, I use a 4 box on Friday. I don't remember. I should really have my planner open in front of me when I'm filming this, but I don't. So anyway, I'm marking yoga and then putting work in, I think I was feeling all like ugh again. So yeah, popped that in. Then I did some planning while watching TV with my mum after work. Then I don't remember what the next thing was. I feel like we had takeaway, but I didn't. And apparently I did some designing for new releases probably. Then gonna mark in that we had a bit of a family argument because I was down and there's been a lot going on at the moment and it's a lot, and we just ended up having a bit of a row. And then on to the Saturday, gonna mark yoga again. And what else have I got to mark? Oh, my boyfriend went to see his family that day, so I'm marking that in. Picked out my kits for the first few months of the year, started doing my shop finances, and Etsy was being really annoying with how it does things, so that was annoying. And then we went out for lunch, me, my mum and my dad, and did a little bit of shopping whilst my uncle was with my granny and grandpa. I then did more shop accounts when we got back, and I'm just moving everything down to mark in doing the shop accounts. And yeah, that's pretty much Saturday for you. I feel like I don't know what I'm going to say when I get to the writing in, because I've told you everything that I've gone have done. On the Sunday, I decided to use a full box day extender, and I did use all of the space up. So I've popped my full box over the bit of the day extender you see, and at the top I'm marking in doing yoga. Me and my boyfriend tidied up our bedroom and living room, which I do try and do once a week, but doesn't always happen. Then picked out washi for kits and things like that, and then carried on with my shop finance and finally finished it then. I was expecting it to take like half a day. It took a day and a half, full on day and a half. Then I sorted out orders, so I print cut packed orders. I've just put in as pack orders because I sort of did all of them at once, and it's just silly to mark everything in. Then I've jumped to the bottom of the day and pulled out some TV to mark watching TV. I feel like I was doing something at the same time as watching TV at the end, but I don't remember what it was. Then marking filming a plan with me, then doing some guide prep, and in the rest of that box I'm gonna pop in what's that for? Oh, choosing some stickers probably for the plan with me, and pop the weekend banner down and put my text in the remaining space. In a second I'm going to re-pour that weekend banner back up because I realise I want to put a washi overlay over the washi in the kit, so I'm just slowed this down a little bit to show you what's left in the kit. Obviously not much because I have used it over 2 weeks. There's lots of the little things left, but other than that, and the ombre heart checkboxes because I don't use them, other than that there isn't. So there's me pulling up that weekend banner to put my washi overlays down. So I've got these vine ones that I don't actually think are available at the shop in the minute. Let me know down below if you want them. And then pop in full box overlays. So we've got the corner vines over the quote box, the up and down vines over that wooden one, side vines on the stripes, and then 2 of the hydrangea ones on the other 2 full boxes. Then I'm popping in my vine headers over the blue glitter headers and abstract headers over the green headers, and that's pretty much the spread, to be honest. I could tell you where stickers are from, but there's no point in me doing that either because I'm going to go through that in the future, in person. I mean, it's actually the past. Oh, I'm so confused. But anyway, here's me just popping it down the last 2, and then there's a little viv wiggle, and I'm going to speed this right up to write everything in. So this is now at 10 times speed, I think. I half export the file and then import it back in, so I can't actually see how much I've sped it up, but I think it's 10 times speed because you do not need to watch me the amount of time it takes me to write. To give you an idea of the initial length of this footage, I think it was 1 hour and 17 minutes. Obviously that includes time between, so my audio is generally recorded in one chunk and my video is recorded in maximum of 20 minutes because that's how much my camera will record at a time. So that includes any gaps between my filming and stuff. So it was 1 hour and 17 minutes that this spread took to put together completely, and that's after I've pulled out all of the stickers for it. It does take a little while, and this writing does take quite a long time, but that's my favourite part of this is that I'm going to have a journal that's really pretty, so it's like a journal and a scrapbook all in one to look back on one day. So yeah, I love it, and I'm glad that I do it. So yeah, I think I'm just going to fill it in the sidebar, and that will be pretty much it. And we'll flick around to have a look at my best moment for the day. But yeah, without much further ado, let's hand you back over to Pastely with the finished spread. What an absolute whirlwind that spread was. From start to finish, I felt like I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but actually, I freaking love it. Oh, it's so cute. I'm really, really happy with it. So, yeah. Kit is from Plannerface, and I actually don't mind the rose gold coil with the silver stickers. Let me know down below what you think. So kit was from Plannerface. All the foil overlays and the sticker here are mine. Yeah, as are the day extenders. So on to the sidebar. This is from my shop. This is Tamashi Prints. This box is Blossom Nose Co. These are from Plannerface, but not the kit. This is Ginger Cat Co. Fox and Cactus. Once More with Love. Colourful and Co. Mine. Pink Bow Plans. Handcrafted by Cherie. Whimsical Cat Studio. Scribble Prints Co. Me. Fox and Cactus. JD's Crafts. Plannerface but not the kit. Plannerface but not the kit. Crafty Rat Designs. Diamond Print Designs. Coffee Monsters Co. Plannerface but not the kit. Tamashi Prints. Choco and Mimi. Me. Obviously, oops. Fox and Cactus. Once More with Love. Paper and Milk. Fox and Cactus. The hexagons are mine. Whimsical Cat. Fox and Cactus. Crafty Rat Designs. Chelsea Paper Co. Fox and Cactus. Crafty Rat Designs. Once More with Love. This is my custom. For these two are actually both my customs from Coffee Monsters Co, which I've made into stickers. Fox and Cactus, me, Coffee Monsters Co, Once More with Love, GP Sticker Studio, Once More with Love, Foctus, Little Thought Store, Papershire, Crafty Rat Designs, Tamashi Prints, Coffee Monsters Co, Foctus, Coffee Monsters Co. Don't know who this is from. I feel like it might be Sadie Stickers though. Fox and Cactus. I think my friend Amy made these ones, but I also have some from Your World of Colour, and I'm never really sure which is which. Papershire, Fox and Cactus, mine, Once More with Love. And then if we just pull it up a little bit, we have Pickle Planner, me, Plannerface but not the kit, me, and Papershire, and that is everything. So that is the finished spread. Let me know down below what you think of my first finished spread in this planner. I am excited to see how things go, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Let me know down below whether you're in this style of Erin Condren and what you're doing with your sidebar. I actually am kind of in love with that. I think it works perfectly. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!